My name is Liz Blondie and I'm the owner of Canine to 5. We are a pet care facility with locations in Detroit's Midtown as well as Ferndale, offering dog daycare, boarding, and grooming.
All right. When did you guys open, and where did you guys begin?
Canine to 5 Detroit opened in May of 2005 on Cass Avenue. It basically came out of a conversation that I was having with a friend of mine who lived in the city, but the husband commuted to Lansing and the wife commuted to Ann Arbor. So they were taking their dog to a daycare in Farmington Hills. I had never heard of dog daycare before and was fascinated by the idea. As a longtime resident of the city of Detroit, I was pretty enthusiastic and passionate about having the same services available in the city that people had in the suburbs. So I kind of ran with the idea of dog daycare, and 18 months after the conversation, opened up Canine to 5.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys were definitely filling a gap in the market.
Definitely.
So.
Yep. We were one of the first. We were the first dog daycare in the city of Detroit, and to this day are the only dog daycare in the city of Detroit.
Okay. Why did you guys choose Detroit other than you lived here?
Again, I had grown up here, very passionate about the city. I kind of feel like if people choose to open businesses outside the city, it's not going to improve Detroit at all. So it's kind of my way of getting a job for myself that I liked, but also doing it 10 blocks from my house.
Okay. And why did you pick Midtown?
I picked Midtown basically because of the proximity to downtown, to all major freeways, as well as the major cultural institutions such as the DIA, the DMC, which is not really a cultural institution, but the proximity to the DMC, proximity to Wayne State, and downtown.
Okay.
Very centrally located.
All right. And then, would you say that the Detroit name or brand has affected your business at all?
I don't necessarily think so, although we definitely are proud of the fact that we are a small business in the city of Detroit. I can say that when you open a small business in, let's say, Livonia, for example, people definitely don't get as excited, maybe aren't as supportive, and you definitely don't get the media that you would get opening a business actually in the city. It's a little bit better now. 9 years ago, doggy daycares in the Cass corridor were kind of an interesting thing to write about. So.
Okay. So has the small business community been supportive of what you guys have been doing?
The small business community has been very supportive. In 2006 or 2007, I believe, my friend Claire Nelson and I started an organization called Open City, which stemmed from the fact that she and I had gotten so much support from other small business owners when opening our own businesses. So we wanted to kind of create an environment where people could compare ideas. Simple questions like, hey, who do you use for bookkeeping? Or how did you interact with the city? Or have you found anybody who will help? So I would say that in general, the small business community in the city of Detroit is extremely supportive of each other. Okay.
Is Open City still around?
Open City is still around. It is now run by the D-Hive, so you can go to their website, which I believe is dhive.org, and learn more about it.
Okay. What challenges have you faced that are kind of unique to opening a business in the city of Detroit?
Well, sometimes the streets don't get plowed, and sometimes the streetlights don't work, and we had to go with a private trash contractor because our dumpster kept getting stolen. So I would say that those are probably the main 3 challenges. And a lot of the time it's a challenge to overcome people's negative perceptions of Detroit. It was interesting when I opened up our Ferndale location, seeing what customers who worked downtown still chose to go to Ferndale instead of Detroit. I think, the traditional news media has done a lot to scare Metro Detroit residents away from Detroit. So I think that, positive stories about small businesses and other good things happening just need to keep coming out.
Okay. And if you had one piece of advice to give to a small business owner, entrepreneur that's thinking about either opening or relocating to the city, what would it be?
I would tell them to spend a lot of time doing research. This is more than one piece of advice, but sit outside your desired location for a long time. Sit there at night, sit there during the day. Is this something that you're going to be comfortable with? Is there foot traffic? Is there parking? What are your neighbors like? Really do your research. Just don't say, I'm going to open a business in Corktown, and then show up, sign a lease, and not engage with your community and engage with your neighbors.
Thank you for your time. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Thank you.